holding patterns. The National Guard members still on the ground, beefed up law enforcement in place. Baltimore tonight maintains a relative calm during this state of emergency as peaceful demonstrations continue. Tonight there is also new information surrounding the death of Freddie Gray.
That getting to the right answer is more important than the speed. Making sure that we look
and zeroing in on the evidence as Baltimore police hand over their findings to prosecutors. The 11 News I-team breaks down the Freddie Gray investigation. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of 11 News. I'm Donna Hamilton.
And I'm Kate Amara. City police today say 98 officers have been hurt since the violence started in the city on Monday. A citywide curfew will once again go into effect at 10 o'clock tonight and will remain in place until 5 a.m. Also tonight, a closer look at where we stand in the rebuilding efforts and plans for more protests. Plus, one day earlier than promised, the city police department hands over its findings to the city state's attorney. But Marilyn Mosby says her office is still conducting its own investigation and is asking for the public to be patient.
And we begin our live team coverage tonight with I-team lead investigative reporter Jane Miller, who has been on this case from the very beginning. And Jane, for the first time, we're hearing from the other man who police say was in the police van.
That's right, Donna. We did today hear for the first time from the second prisoner, the so-called second prisoner that was loaded into that police van carrying Freddie Gray, really near the end of the run of that van on April 12th. And he's raised a lot of controversy with what he told police, because he told them something that he really had to speculate upon because he wouldn't have known for sure.
Well, the morning of April 12th, I went in the basement store right here on Penn North Avenue to get a cigarette. You know what I mean?
Dante Allen is a 22-year-old West Baltimore resident who was picked up by city police the morning of April 12th on suspicion of a minor offense. It happened at the corner of Pennsylvania North Avenues. The city's camera system recorded the van that arrived to pick up Allen, the same van that at the very same time was carrying Freddie Gray. Allen did not know a man was already in the van. Freddie Gray was on the right side. Allen was loaded onto the left side. A solid divider separated them. In an interview, Allen described what he heard. Once you got in the van, what did you hear?
When I got in the van, I didn't hear nothing. It was a smooth ride. We went straight to the police station. All I heard was like a little banging for about 4 seconds. You know what I mean?
You actually
I just heard little banging, you know, just little, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, just little banging.
Allen described what he told homicide detectives when questioned. Did you tell the police that you heard him banging his head against the van?
I told homicide that. I don't work with the police. I did not tell the police nothing.
According to the autopsy on Gray, there is no evidence Gray hit his head against anything on his own. His fatal neck and spinal injury was akin to the type suffered in a car accident. It needed that amount of force and energy. Sources have told us that by the time Allen was loaded, Gray was unresponsive. You could see officers at that stop looking into Gray's side of the van with its doors fully open. Medical experts say as Gray's condition deteriorated after the injury occurred, he may have suffered seizures. Allen told us what he did hear when the van arrived at the Western District.
When we got to the police station, they said he didn't have no pulse or nothing. They called his name. Yeah, Mr. Gray, that he wasn't responsible.
This investigation that is now in the hands of the city state's attorney's office really focuses on a couple of very key questions. One, is there something that the driver of the police wagon did to cause Freddie Gray to slide into the back of the van, to somehow injure his head with such force that it snapped his neck and caused that severe spinal cord injury? Then two are the things that police are required to do, and that is to maintain the care and safety of a prisoner in their custody. They were supposed to belt him in securely with a seatbelt. Their own lawyer, the union's lawyer, said that did not happen. And then they are also required under policy to call for a medic when they think it is necessary or that it is requested. And the police department has already acknowledged that at least 2 or 3 times Gray requested medical help along that 45-minute timeline but did not receive it. Those are the questions now that rise to the top of this criminal investigation. Reporting live tonight from City Hall, I'm Jane Miller, WBAL-TV 11 News.